DeKalb Chamber, the power of one voice.
Thank you again for this opportunity. Come on, Kevin, my good friend.
At this time, the 2011 DeKalb Chair transfers the power of his office to his successor. This is the passing of the gavel.
Let me tell you, when I grew up in Augusta, I always wanted to hold one of these. But let me tell you, it feels good passing it over. Thank you.
It's a power guy passing the gavel to a gas guy, huh? That's all right. Well, before I begin my duties as the DeKalb Chamber Chair, I do want to acknowledge and thank John Kelley for his incredible accomplishments and hard work this year. This chamber has come so far under John's leadership, and working very closely with the board and all the new members and new board members that John has recruited. It's been truly remarkable. So, John, thank you for everything that you've done for this chamber. Would you join us up on the stage, please? Leonardo and I, we have a quick ceremony for you here.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the president of the DeKalb Chamber, Mr. Leonardo Authority.
Certainly, it's been a pleasure working with you. I could certainly say that I have grown tremendously this year as a leader and an executive, and a lot of that has been due to working with you, and certainly I think your fervor for the DeKalb Chamber and just the energy that you exhibited, and I think all of us can see it this evening, in that you have been very passionate this year in your service to the DeKalb Chamber, and often it comes in your talent, your time, and your treasure, and certainly you put forth all three efforts this year. And so on behalf of the Chamber, we have a few gifts that we hope will certainly commemorate your time with us, and that say thank you for your service. Thank you.
Please welcome the 2012 Chair, Mr. Keinv Greiner.
Well, it's my pleasure to be here tonight with so many good friends, and one of the best feelings about taking the reins from John Kelley is the fact that I'm getting an opportunity to work with a board filled with talented people. And I inherit an organization that is really making a difference in our county. There's been some remarkable progress that this chamber has made over the last several years, and under John's leadership this last year, that really has been accelerated. So again, a big thank you and applause for John Kelley for everything he's done. Your board and I want to position this chamber in a way that will give it a better chance for growth and execute strategies that will allow us to operate more effectively for our members. And to accomplish these outcomes, I've chosen three goals to achieve during my time as chairman. The first one is, I really want to see a significant increase in chamber membership and involvement. Second, I think it's very important that we help the chamber staff to expand, both in terms of the number of personnel and its overall effectiveness. And then the third thing is, I want my term as chairman to set a tone of realistic optimism for DeKalb County that allows us to really celebrate what's great about DeKalb. And I think that's a very, very important mission for any great chamber of commerce, is to set that tone. So let me start with the goal of increasing membership. And before I do, I'll let you know that Gas South, the company where I'm president and CEO, and we have a fine group of folks here from Gas South. Thanks y'all for being here. Appreciate it tonight. You know, we're an active member in a lot of the metro chambers. And the DeKalb Chamber is certainly not the smallest chamber in Atlanta, but it used to be one of the largest. And when you compare DeKalb's current membership and operating budget to those from, say, Cobb or Gwinnett, you can see two facts. The first one is we have a great opportunity for expansion. We got a great turnout here tonight, and I'm very glad to see that, but still, there's a great opportunity for expansion of our membership. There really is. But second, I think it's realistic to believe that DeKalb can be a regionally strong, true powerhouse chamber once more. And folks, you know, we all know that size creates clout. At the end of the day, that's what is important when it comes to a chamber. So I'd like to see people who care about DeKalb in the business, the education, and the government communities join the chamber in larger numbers. It's already starting to happen. You look at influential, community-minded leaders who drifted away from this chamber over the years, but they've rejoined. People like Juanita Barranco, Robert Brown, Gregory Levitt. Some have become board members, and they stand with us now as we reclaim our place as the voice of business in DeKalb County. But we still have many opportunities to continue broadening and deepening our member base. For example, DeKalb has many institutions of higher learning, right? That's one of our true strengths. And some, such as Emory, such as Georgia Piedmont Technical College, Georgia Perimeter, DeVry, all active members. But a lot of our colleges and universities are not. And they need to be. We also have passionate, hardworking, community-minded, and business-savvy small business owners, such as Arnie Silverman of Silverman Construction, Jeremy Warner of Cartridge World, Earl Walker of Indigo Signs, who, by the way, in his spare time, put together this great new logo that we're enjoying now. Let's give Earl a huge round of applause. Earl here? Earl, stand up if you're still here this evening. There he is. So such business leaders really make a difference in our chamber because of their dedication and their entrepreneurialism. But we need more people like them in the chamber. And we also may find new members among the dozens of corporations here in DeKalb that have manufacturing plants, that have regional headquarters, retail locations. And some, like Walmart and PepsiCo, have recently become newly active with our chamber. And of course, we have others like AT&T and Patillo Construction that have been stalwart supporters for years, but there are dozens of others, literally dozens of others who need to join us. So please let me emphasize this point. Membership is vital for this chamber's growth. An influential, community-minded membership can boost chamber revenues, but above all, membership invigorates the organization. So DeKalb's a diverse place, and yet diversity for DeKalb today is no longer a matter of black and white. Our county is home to vibrant, multinational communities. Asian, Latino, African immigrants that make DeKalb home today. It makes us, by some measures, the most diverse county in metro Atlanta. And that diversity is increasingly represented in leadership positions around the county. And that multicultural diversity is one of the advantages DeKalb has in the global marketplace. It should be seen as an asset that can help this chamber, and I want to see more of that global diversity reflected here. I think that's very, very important. So in summary, the first goal is to expand our membership and bring in corporations, large and small, domestic and foreign. And we'll do it by running a true membership campaign this year. It'll be a well-planned recruitment effort enlisting the support of our board members and our members at large that will hopefully become a yearly event. I think that's very, very important that we really drive membership to the next level here in DeKalb County. The second goal on my list then concerns enhancing and augmenting the chamber's internal operations. Did you know that the DeKalb Chamber has 6 staff members, and 2 of those are part-time? Can you believe that? And you compare that to the Cobb Chamber that has nearly 35. It's quite a difference. And our small team is responsible for tonight's event. They also book and coordinate all the member events throughout the year. In addition, these same 6 people are the face of the chamber at events all over the county. And they simultaneously are tasked with renewing memberships, recruiting new members, and I want to applaud them for their tireless efforts. Truly an amazing accomplishment. But now I also want the chamber staff to have the resources that they need to provide the level of services and they increase the value that they provide to our members. So when I was writing this speech, I compared the work done here to some of our other chambers. And I realized that Leonardo alone wears more hats than any of his Metro Chamber counterparts. And he does it with passion, does it with conviction, and he completes tasks that many chamber presidents have no idea how to accomplish. And that's a great testament to his work ethic and skill set, but it also points out that more staff is needed to really build this chamber up. So the summary for this goal is simple. For our chamber to excel and expand, we need to enhance our internal capabilities, and that'll be our second goal for this year. So my third goal as the 2012 chairman is to create a realistically optimistic tone about DeKalb. So that's not a campaign. It's really a change in public attitude. We were talking about this a little bit at our table this evening. I want to build, and I want us to build a positive buzz by highlighting all of the great things that are happening in DeKalb County and using the power of one voice in the business community to spread that message. Now, that doesn't mean that we stop facing challenges or denying that we have issues. It means that we take care of business and we go back to the business of living our lives with a smile. And if we want things to get better, we have to look for better things. I truly believe that. We have to be cheerleaders. And no, I'm not going to go out and buy everyone pom-poms and mini skirts and do rah-rah here up on the stage or anything, but I am asking for your support. The county has so very, very much to offer, and I'm proud to be a resident, but frankly, it's not unusual to get questioned once in a while about my loyalty to DeKalb County. For example, I recently had breakfast with a business leader from another county, and he said, when he thinks of DeKalb, what he thinks of first are budget problems, government conflict, and foreclosures. Okay, that's a totally inaccurate portrait, right? And look, DeKalb, like other metro counties, we absolutely do have our challenges. But I reminded this friend also of all the great things that happen in DeKalb County, all the great assets that we have. We have some of the region's best recreational and cultural facilities. Think about Stone Mountain Park, Fernbank Museum. We have a great system of public parks, libraries, recreation centers. We have nearly 20 colleges, universities, and technical schools based within our county's borders. It's an amazing number. And we have some of the most beautiful neighborhoods in the metro area. Think about Druid Hills, Decatur, the Snapfinger area, and of course Dunwoody, where we are this evening. All beautiful, beautiful areas of the metro area. We also have a very strong cluster of health sciences organizations and agencies. It's envied throughout our region. It's anchored by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. We have Emory University, Emory Healthcare, Children's Healthcare. They provide DeKalb with a tremendous foundation for the 21st century of bioscience. And we also have elected leaders who have made some really innovative yet practical decisions that are establishing our county as one of the country's greenest and most sustainable. For example, this year, DeKalb will begin collecting methane from a county landfill. It'll be converted and compressed into natural gas, and then the county will use this renewable energy source to fuel its sanitation vehicles. Okay, that is true innovation happening within our county. And DeKalb CEO Burl Ellis has given the project a great slogan, trash to gas to cash. I love that. I love that slogan. So we're on our way to becoming a national leader in using clean, inexpensive, and domestic natural gas in very, very innovative ways. Isn't that something positive that we can talk about to DeKalb County? This is a good county. It's led by good people, and it has the potential, the true potential, to be great. And I want every DeKalb Chamber member to be able to recite the good things about the county to anyone who asks, and maybe to those who don't. That's what I mean about being cheerleaders. We all need to be able to sing our county's praises, and it's one of my goals as Chamber Chair to see that that gets done. And of course, good singers need to stand to be heard, right? So one of the subset goals of cheering for DeKalb is taking public stands. And John touched on this evening. We've become much more active, much more proactive, much more purposeful in the types of stands that we're taking, and I think that's very, very important. We became much more visible, much more vocal, and will remain so in 2012 and beyond. So we'll use that power of one voice to express opinions shared by the business community on a lot of tough topics. We have a lot of tough topics out there right now. Municipalization and cityhood, financial management, budgets, governmental effectiveness in our county, economic development strategy, really key. We have some really tough decisions to make on that. And of course, transportation. And while John won't tell you how to vote, or at least that's what he said anyway, I'm telling you, we have to pass the Transportation Act. We have to pass that referendum in July. So our goal is to showcase our slogan and truly operate with one voice for business. Now, we can't promise that all our opinions will be greeted with enthusiasm by everyone. We can promise that what we advocate will be our understanding of what is good for DeKalb County. And I don't want to go out and cheer for DeKalb all by myself. That won't work. That definitely won't work. Cheerleaders are effective in squads. And so my squad, so to speak, is made up of the board members and really the chamber members that are here at large who care enough to volunteer their time and put in their effort to make our county and our businesses a better place to be. So right now, I'd like you to meet this year's new board members. And if you each would please stand and remain standing as I call your name. We have James Holmes from BB&T. Leonard Grimes of Atlanta Life Financial Group. Diane McLaren of Oglethorpe Power. Albert Edwards of CERM. A good friend, Patrick Desimores of Edward Jones. Laurie Sosa of Southern Barter Club. And Ross Maple of Nordic Cold Storage. I really look forward to working with each of you. Now this time I'd like all the remaining members of the DeKalb board to stand because these are the people I will turn to as we make progress on our 3 goals in 2012. With the board again, just stand and be recognized. Thank you. So once more, our 3 big objectives this year. First, to build plans that will increase the Chamber's membership and expand our revenues. Second, to augment the Chamber staff and enhance its effectiveness. And then third, to improve our county's image through optimism, realistic optimism, and purposeful advocacy this year. All this will take place while the Chamber maintains its visibility as the organization that represents the business community in DeKalb through the power of one voice. So I'm excited, a little daunted and humbled certainly by the challenges yet to come this year, but I anticipate great things for the DeKalb Chamber in 2012, and I hope you'll join with me in making those happen. So thank you for your time this evening. Appreciate the great turnout, and this meeting is adjourned.